not as many as you think. I just find it amazing that you can care so much about someone that you didn't even know the day before. Like Eddie, the truck driver. He used to come in once a month. He would drive for 18 hours straight and only stop in for a cup of coffee and a piece of apple pie. He got rerouted though, so he stopped coming in. Then there was Dorothy. Her real name was Barbara, but she was obsessed with the Wizard of Oz, so I refused to call her anything else. Last I heard, she moved to Dodge City. But to be honest, some people just aren't that interesting. There could be 20 people in there, and I still might not have anyone to talk to. Not to speak badly of anyone, it's just... it just makes you appreciate the ones who actually have something to say. It almost makes you forget about the 24 other people you wouldn't miss if you never saw them again. Helen. Helen was perfect. A true exception. She was from Venus. The first time she walked through the door, I almost dropped my tray, partly due to the fact that it was my third day and I was nervous as all hell. But anyway, she had this red hair, this fire engine red hair with matching lipstick. She was wearing a beaded and sequin shirt, leopard prints, spandex pants, and 6-inch heels. Even with them on, she was 5 foot nothing, and if you can believe it, she was 67.
What?
So of course she gets seated in my section, just looking at her, I'm terrified. She was one of those train wrecks that you know you're going to meet one day. Maybe train wreck isn't the right word, but anyway, I go up to her, and before I even get a word out, she says, "Look at what this stupid, incompetent dyke of a hairdresser did to me." I was speechless at first, but then just started laughing. She asked me what the cheapest thing on the menu was. I told her that the blue plate special was reasonable. Do you know what that is? Oh, yeah, of course. So she ordered it and told me it was the best meal she ever had. That was it. I had to know this woman. When my shift was over, she was still there on her 6th cup of coffee, and we have terrible coffee.
It's not that bad.
You're a horrible liar. She told me about her husband, Bill, who was described as a lazy son of a bitch, and if any more relaxed would be dead. She told me about the night he proposed to her. He had taken her to Mexico as a surprise, which, as you can imagine, she had choice words about.
She didn't like Mexico?
Oh, it wasn't that. She just preferred something more European. She was a Paris, Venice kind of girl rather than a Cancun type, if you can believe it. So, on the last night of the trip, he pulls out all the stops. The fancy dress, the candlelit dinner, the band playing their song, even though she told me that she didn't even know they had one. Honestly, she never seemed like the romantic type from the stories she told, but she loved it. Adored every second of it. She said she fell in love with him threefold after that dinner. Forget the cliche of it all, she told me. Cliches are often cliches because they're the perfect thing to do. And then comes the proposal. At the crescendo of the song, he circles around the table and gets down on one knee. She starts to cry, he looks her right in the face, he takes out the box and he opens it, to which she responds after looking at the ring. What am I, graduating high school? I couldn't pawn that for a toilet handle, for Christ's sake.
That's horrible.
That's Helen. But that's what made her so perfect. I mean, somehow her complete lack of charm was charm in itself.
What did her husband say?
He said, "That's all you deserve." And they smiled and they kissed and they got married 3 weeks later. 3 weeks later. Anyway, she came in every Thursday after the salon for 3 months, and she ordered the exact same meal, the blue plate special.
And after those 3 months?
One Thursday she didn't come in and never did again.
We're here.
Yeah. You're a good listener.
Very nice.